Hello my friends, welcome to Anna's Violets. In this video, I'm gonna not this one. This is Hoya lacunosa Super Silver that I swapped, and maybe you've seen the previous video. But in this video, I'm gonna cut this. Just let me show you this stem, because actually we will be propagating Hoya lacunosa Super Silver in this video because it has already a couple of roots almost from all nodes, and I'm gonna cut it into small cuttings and plant them separately. Hopefully it will be great. And you can see that the leaves are almost gray. It's such a beautiful variety. I think I'm gonna cut 1, 2, 3, and 4 because I think it has the potential to grow from every node, every leaf, because you can see that it has roots all over, and from this side, of course, a lot more. And it was not growing, but it was actually laying down on this moist moss in this zip bag. You can see that even there is a condensation on the bag. But basically it was doing pretty well, growing roots. When I got it, it had already roots, but they got a bit longer, and I think that now I can plant it. And it will look just like this. But basically, what's important here is the soil. This is the soil that I use for all of my anthuriums, philodendrons, monsteras, and hoyas. I found that this is just perfect for me. Here I have just universal potting mix with perlite, with leca, with bark, and cocoa chips. So just like these ones that I bought, separately. It comes with this kind of dry packages, and then you put water on it and it grows bigger a little bit, and you can then mix with your soil. So, but basically in order to cut, you need something very sharp. It can be scissors, it can be knife, and in my case, I'm gonna use a razor. Anything that you use, of course, needs to be sterilized to avoid rot. But basically you are gonna cut between the nodes, and this way you can propagate any variety of Hoya. Be careful, of course, not to damage the roots. But I see that the roots are growing also from here. Yeah, you see it. And I'm gonna cut it just like this. It's very sharp. See, there is a sap already coming out. That's why I'm in my gloves. This is a bit challenging to do it like this. Oh, this was bad actually. Well, I cut it, but it's so uncomfortable. Yes, of course. And I cut half of the leaf. No, I didn't. Maybe I did. But yes, basically, I cut the leaf also. So this is the worst way how you need to propagate it, of course. Why did I do that? Okay, whatever. You see this sap here? This is the juice, the sap from the Hoya, and it can be a little bit allergic, a little bit even toxic for your pets, so be careful with it. And that's why I'm wearing also gloves. I don't really have an allergy, but with plants that I know that they have this kind of sap, it can be euphorbia, ficus, I always use gloves. Normally I don't. But let's cut the next one, and you see that we have tiny roots here and here. Let's cut this one right here. Perfect, see, it's already coming out. And this we will need to wait for maybe a couple of minutes, maybe 15-20 minutes. You can also put it on a napkin so that the sap gets dry quicker. You also can put it in the water, and then it will stop bleeding in a plant way, basically. Let's cut this one also here. It's easier, of course, if I do it like, putting on a table and then I cut like this. But now that I'm trying to hold it in the air to show you where I cut, it's a little bit, of course, not ideal and not so comfortable for me. And then the last one here. Just a little bit also. All right. So now we have all these cuttings. See, this is actually a perfect cutting. I absolutely love it, and these roots are already enough for it. See, this root is even growing from the leaf, not from the stem. And this also means that you can propagate Hoyas just by one leaf. That's why this cutting is absolutely fine, and it will not only survive, but it will grow and produce new growth. So I will put it on a piece of towel, paper towel, for just 15-20 minutes. I will try to dry the tips, and I will come back to you in a little bit.
A few minutes later.
So I'm gonna plant them in this kind of nursery plastic pots, which have very good drainage holes. I will just put the soil in here and do a little bit of hole and try to, actually, let's do it this way. I hope you see it. I'll put it here. So the first cutting will be this one. I think I will plant that one together with this one. These two seem to be stronger ones and with longer roots. That's why I will plant them together so that they don't really struggle. Sometimes when I plant a cutting with better root system than the other cutting, I feel that the smaller cutting or the one with less roots is growing a little bit slower, because it seems maybe the big one takes more, I don't know, more humidity from the soil or more nutrients just because it's stronger. I'm not sure, but I had the feeling that it's like that. Look what I have in the soil. Do you see this? It's kind of a bee or something. Is it alive? It will be really funny if it's alive. No, it's a dead part of the bee. That's a bit weird. But in any case, I will put it here. Still leave it in the soil because it's also nutrients. It will decompose and create even more energy for my Hoyas. Now I will water just a little bit. This is enough. You can also put it in a zip bag to still have the air humidity around it, or if you have a small greenhouse, you can also put it there. But I think now, when the weather is already warmer, the days are getting a bit longer and brighter, I think they should be fine. And also the root system was so good that I think these ones will be doing just fine without any specific zip bag or greenhouse around them. So, and the next one will be these three cuttings. So I will plant them all together so that I have a fuller pot. So I will just stick these ones in the soil like this. One, and this one. Just a second, yeah. This one is 2 and 3. I can bring it a little bit closer. Just like this. And you see that the root here is still a little bit on the surface, so I will cover it and slightly push it, not too much. Even if you do too much, I think with this potting mix, it's very hard to really press the soil because it's very sandy and very, chunky, light, fluffy, so it's very easy. Great, and now let's water again. A little bit, just a little bit. I have the feeling that my Hoyas actually like to stay a little bit even dry. Not, of course, when I plant them. Let's put a little bit of more soil on this root. Okay, to cover it. Yeah, perfect. And in a little bit we will have new babies coming out. I'll show you an update when it happens. Subscribe if you like it. If you have any questions or would like to share your experience in the comments, please do it. And I will see you in the next one. Stay passionate about plants.